Right. Well, anyway, ladies and gents, let's move on to our next topic, which is a funny one.
And I wanted Nick to be here for that.
I know. It's such a shame. Such a shame. So what is this? Well, this is Warner Brothers Television Group suspending all of their first look deals. Mindy Kaling, boom, cancelled. J.J. Abrams, boom, cancelled. Bad Robot, boom, cancelled. This is great news. Now, this is suspension of their first look deals. Are they going to re-up them or reconvene them after the strikes? Because this is what it is. It's all to do with the strikes, but it's fascinating stuff. What do we think, guys?
Go ahead.
These guys were just force majeured out the fucking door.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Bye, Mindy. Bye, Bad Robot. Bye, Problems. We might still get season 2 of Velma just because I think they actually made 2 seasons together, but yeah, you can pretty much cancel that shit now. Ta-Nehisi Coates, gone. That whole thing, not happening. This is the signal that this is done. They're done wasting their money on these folks. Chuck Lorre is the one that surprises the piss out of me, though.
Laurie, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Is it just because of his last few shows have tanked or what?
Yes, yeah, I mean, he's gotten a bad rep. I mean,
and Greg Berlanti, Superman and Lois is one of the few things still going, but
but that's the only thing that he has to hang his hat on. And again, I mean, this is exactly the definition of force majeure, a suspension to cancellation. This is just the process. You go boom, boom, bye. That's what's going to happen.
Well, they say this about Laws anyway. Apparently, that was quietly suspended in May.
Does that surprise? That also doesn't surprise me.
This is amazing. So everyone's declined to comment as well. They're like, no, sorry, we're not.
I mean, this is the good side of the strike, and this is one of the things that makes me wonder if the heads of the WGA really are like plants working for the studios, and because now you get all of these opportunities to get rid of to force majeure out people that the fans and the audience certainly doesn't want.
We're done.
And I'm guessing increasingly a studio doesn't want either. Now, can you soon force majeure Alex Kurtzman out? Then I'd be happy. I mean, the Trek fan in me, I'm like, okay, fine, we get rid of this. That's all good and well, but can we get rid of Kurtzman now, please?
God, wouldn't that be the thing? Wouldn't that be the thing? Now, the funny stuff about this is, so, I mean, they were huge deals as well. The monetary value of these deals were massive. They weren't small. I mean, I remember the J.J. Abrams one was how much? That was like $200 million, wasn't it? If I remember rightly, it was a big bloody deal.
It was originally $500 million, and then it got cut down to we heard half and half, and that was the last we heard. And they were still struggling then. And at that point, they were allowed to take that Batman show out to shop around with whatever it was the other show they had. And that was the last we had heard about any association with Warner Brothers. In fact, we had heard at that point he was booted because we had heard the same kind of mantra over and over again. And I think that actually was in some article, wasn't it, Andre, where we finally heard it. So we're like, holy shit. Because that's what we kept hearing was that basically they figured out that the only people making any money out of these J.J. Abrams Bad Robot deals was J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. Everyone else was basically just funding him.
I mean, it's like the ultimate con man of Hollywood, J.J. Abrams.
Oh, yeah.
Same as Mindy Kaling as well. I mean, God, fucking.
She is the most talented person. Yeah.
How on earth is she famous?
She's famous for being famous. She's the actor version of the Kardashians.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
I am surprised by the Berlanti situation, just because he was quite prolific but cheap. Prolific and cheap. And
yes, but
they need cheap.
Well,
they need content.
But they need good content. But they need good content cheap. He's not delivering that. And seriously, he can definitely give you garbage CW quality or old CW quality, but nobody wants that.
I will defend Superman and Lois. I'll defend Superman and Lois. That's not bad.
Well, there was a halfway decent writing team to start the show.
Yeah. Well, and they also resisted all the urge to put racial nonsense into it as well.
Well, yeah, they didn't. I mean, there's still a little woke in it, but it's not as much woke. I mean, anytime you have very little woke coming out of Berlanti, you're like, how did that possibly happen?
Yeah. Was he high during this? What's going on? Well, what's the over and under chances of them sticking this out and getting rid of them permanently?
There's no upside to keep any of these guys.
Yeah, well, this is Hollywood, buddy. Come on.
Yes, except Hollywood has no money.
No, I know, but all right. So you're
Now, that's never stopped them from making shit decisions before.
Well, no, but
culture spoken.
But Henri, they are at existential levels of we need money now.
Yeah, but do they know that?
They do know that.
Yeah, because you have like different levels and different things. Because I think that many of these people who are running this, they are so out of touch that they don't understand what's wrong. They haven't figured it out. That we need to get rid of this person, because I think that many of them genuinely think that, let's for instance use Alex Kurtzman. I'm sure there's some people on CBS who thinks this is as good as it's going to get for Star Trek, and if we get rid of Kurtzman, the whole thing is going to collapse.
Yeah, true.
And there actually is people that feel that way.
Yeah, I'm worried that you don't have enough people with enough common sense that realize that they are at existential threat. Because really, anyway, I swear this, like, I could go into the job of most of these studio executives tomorrow and do a better job than them. And I think so could most of this panel, or all of this panel could. Because so many people who are working at the highest levels in Hollywood only got the job because of their daddies. If left to their own devices, they couldn't do any better than flipping burgers. And even that they think is difficult because they actually have to work.
They'd fail at that too.
That is the kind of people we are dealing with here. These generally are some of the most incompetent people in business anywhere. Which is why I say, culture, you are of course right. They are at existential level. And any company where people were hired by merit would know this and know what to do. We're dealing with Hollywood. So many people got into the positions where they are because of nepotism, not because of any kind of merit. That I don't know that there's enough of them that actually recognize the situation and what to do. Some, obviously, but I don't know that it's enough.
I think I'm with you, Andre. Some of the older veterans, though, definitely know that they're in big trouble. And,
oh yeah, for sure.
The biggest problem is, and the reason why you and I and Nate and Tom could fix these companies really rather quickly, is we'd actually read scripts, because that's what's happening. A lot of the stuff that got greenlit early that was all full of this woke stuff is it was read by readers, not by the executives that were.
You're missing one important step.
Okay.
And that's where I come into the play at first, because I'm really good at telling people to get the fuck out.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because we'd have to very much clean out the offices. We'd be like, what do you do here? Okay, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I've
said it before. Begin with firing everyone. Have everyone reapply for their jobs. And then you assess, okay, what exactly is it that you do here?
Yeah.
And it would be the scene in Office Space, basically.
And justify why you should continue doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them won't do anything. Again, it's exactly the same thing that happened with Twitter. So Elon Musk took over. It was like half these people don't do anything at all. No.
That's why I said it would be like the scene in Office Space. I'm sure you've seen it, where he's like, I'm a people person. I know people. And he's like, so you don't actually take the orders from the people? No, I have a secretary that does that. Well, so do you take the orders to like the manufacturers? No, I have copy boys who do that. And he's like, so what is it you actually do here? That's really what it's like. It's like, we're going to find out that all these people don't actually do anything, and Zaslav is at that point too. And I know, because he said it, he's like, I hope these fuckers are ready to get back to work when this strike's over, because I'm ready to get back to work. Right.
Yeah. So, he's a old school businessman, isn't it? That's why.
He was the one that's decreed that they had to come back to work in the offices, and they all lost their freaking minds.
Yeah. So, you can't sit on your arse all day at home. Oh, dudums. Fucking idiots.
I mean, these guys literally live in the lap of luxury as far as jobs go. Sure, it's high stress, but what do you do all day? Make phone calls and run errands.
Yeah,
If-
you setting up a meeting about the next meeting.
Exactly.
I can answer
Yeah,
that. I can answer that. They have to be politicians. That's one thing that they are good at. They
Well,
have
that's
to
the
be
CEOs and the
politicians.
other peoples and the producers, but yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to get to that level, you also have to be something of a politician. You have to grease the right people in order to be able to get to that position where you can do that in the first place.
Well, you know what position they want you in with Greece. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, well, on that note,